Hi guys, welcome to another review video, and today we've got this latest entry from HP PROBOOK. This is the HP PROBOOK for 40G8. Yeah, HP PROBOOK for 40G8. Yeah, right there, HP PROBOOK for 40G8. I don't know if it is visible. Yeah, you can see HP PROBOOK for 40G8. Yeah, so this is one of the latest entry from HP, and the one I have here, it's Intel Core i7 1110 processor. You can see how it looks on the outward, the design and everything. The body, as usual, is of magnesium. It's metallic, but not so strong, though still looks nice, with a matte finish to kill off fingerprints on it. You can see how the surface is. It's nicely designed. The only disadvantage is that they've still maintained the previous or the legendary logo of HP on it, not the newer logo design as in the EliteBook models. Yeah, so first and foremost, as usual, let's have a look at the ports. On the right hand side, we have power port here, USB. That's the normal blue pin for HP. Then we have USB-C port here. USB-C port, this is a port that it's multifunctional. You can use this charging port instead of this port here. Again, you can use a display port, you can use a data port. So many stuff can be used, or you can use this port for doing so many things. Next, we have USB 3.1 ports here for high-speed data transfer rates of about 300 megabits per second here. You have HDMI port 4.1. You have audio jack combo here. Then you have SD card slot right here. Let me just bring it closer. SD card, microphone, audio jack combo there. On the left hand side, we have RJ45 and USB 3.1 ports. So you have enough ports here. That is 3 USB 3.1, 1, 2, then 2 here USB ports. You have USB-C port, HDMI port. No need for using a converter from DisplayPort to HDMI as in the EliteBook models, the older generation ones. At the back, we have very nice ventilation here. We have a few screws just to open so that you can access the internals and do servicing in case you have to remove dust and everything. So this is for the inflow of air into the laptop. Then you have ventilation right here for outflow of air out the laptop. On the keyboard side, this is how it looks like. This is how the keyboard is. Yeah, nicely designed keyboard with a proper travel distance, as you can see there. You can see the trackpad is a bit bigger, and okay, it's of just big enough to suit your hand. And one thing I like about the trackpad is support multi-gesture, that you can pinch to zoom, you can use your 2 fingers to slide up and down, so it's easier for navigation. Yeah. Right here we have fingerprint. Yeah, again, the display, how you can see how slim the bezels are. It's very slim. Yeah, this is a 14-inch display. Then we have the camera. For privacy and security, you have this shutter here, the shutter lock. Yeah, it's very small here, so you don't need to put in sellotape here to lock the privacy shutter. So now let's turn it on. We see how fast it boots up and get to see the internal components. So as usual, let's have to count. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it took around 12 seconds to turn it on. That's how the display is. I don't know how fast that is, but maybe you can judge, you can compare it with the one that you have. But 12 seconds is not slow. It's okay. The brightness levels of the display, that's when it's on the lowest brightness levels. Let me just put it to maximum so that you can see how bright it is. Yeah, so the brightness levels are good enough for you. For the screen resolution, it's a 14-inch Full HD screen resolution. If you want to see the resolution, just come to the display settings right there. Then right here, yeah, So right there you can see it's 1920 by 1080 resolution. Yeah, remember I was saying that the trackpad supports multi gestures. So for example, if I'm here and I want just to scroll, there's no need to click and scroll, just use your two fingers to scroll. Yeah, see, so that's a nice feature. The camera quality, maybe you can test the cameras here. Yeah, the camera is quite okay. If you want to get to know the maximum resolution quality of the camera that you can support, just come to here, settings, then camera settings or video settings here. See, here we have maximum 720. Yeah, so the camera is not that good, but for basic tasks it will handle them properly. Then we have dual microphones here for proper intake of audio. Then noise cancelling, so it will take clear voices. I was forgetting we have speakers right here that are upward firing. Yeah, these are the speakers. Then the hinge is centrally located, therefore it's a bit the hinge is a bit stiff and proper. Again, another advantage of the hinge is that this laptop can flex up to 180 degrees. So if you put it on the table, it flex up to 180 degrees. Yeah, so it's nice for presentation. If you're making presentations and you have people around you, it's easier to put it this way so that people can just stand and see it very justly like this for them to see it, instead of having to struggle with the other previous angles on the older generations. So in terms of performance, to see the performance, I was forgetting something about the keyboard, that it has backlit. And if you want to know your keyboard has a backlit in the modern laptop, just look at this icon here. This is the icon for backlit. So if you want to turn it on, just click on it. See, the backlight is on. Don't know if it is visible. Yeah, then you can play around with it to lower brightness levels. That is, yeah, it's off, on, less bright. Yeah, that's internal specs. I know you're interested in this, so let's have a look at them. So you Control Shift Escape, get to the task manager right there, performance tab, just here. At the performance tab, first things first, CPU. You can see we have 11th gen Core i7 1165 G7 with a base speed of 2.8 GHz right here. Base speed 2.5 GHz. Number of sockets, you have one socket. That's just a single processor. That is like the hardware, what you can see with your visible eyes. Then number of cores, we have 4 cores, then 8 logical processors now. So that's an improvement from the previous generation, because they had 2 cores and 4 logical processors, but on this one we have 4 cores and 8 logical processors. That supports multitasking, rendering, so it makes them fast because you have higher number of cores and even logical processors to do things much faster. In terms of memory, we have, by default it comes with a 16 GB of RAM. Yeah, you can see the number of slots used. We have, let me just expand this so that you can see some things here. Number of slots used, we have 2 out of 2 slots. That is, from the form factor is so dim, that means the RAM that can be removed. Yeah, so on this laptop we have 2 RAM slots, and each RAM is holding an 8 GB of RAM. So currently we have 2 of them in use. That is 8 times 2, that is 16 GB. Each RAM has a speed of 3200 MHz speed, which is quite okay. And then disk, we have an MTF DHBA 512 SSD. To know the type, just come here to the type. You see SSD type here, capacity 477, but that's how it always is. 477, it's not always written for 512 GB. That's much more technical, you'll understand later. Wi-Fi, here we have Wi-Fi 6, yeah, and Bluetooth 5.0. So having a Wi-Fi 6 means that if you're using this laptop in a place that in a public Wi-Fi, then you'll get access to Wi-Fi properly, because you have the latest hardware for Wi-Fi reception and even feedback. Yeah, so it means it'll perform well in Wi-Fi, even in Wi-Fi that have extremely high speeds. The Bluetooth will function properly, because if you're using things like wireless mouse, wireless keyboard, things that require Bluetooth or headphones, then your reception will properly okay, because you have the latest hardware for them right on this machine. In terms of graphic, we have Intel Iris Xe graphics. Yeah, it has integrated GPU that is of 8 GB. You can see right there. yeah, and it supports DirectX. And with this GPU, you can do so many things on this laptop. Video editing, light gaming like Fortnite, League of Legends. You can play those games on this laptop. But remember, this is a business machine. It's not a gaming laptop, so you can only play those light games. Maybe when you are not working on it, so they're just part-time things, but not professional gaming and video editing. Video editing, photo editing is okay with this machine because the graphics is good, the screen resolution is good, as you can see, the brightness is okay, yeah. And one thing I was forgetting about the screen is that the screen is of it's anti-glare. You can see right on top here I have a very bright LED light, and you can see it's right here, but the screen is trying as much as possible to reflect it, though it's visible, yeah, but it's not that distractive. It's only that the camera is showing it. But if you have, like, what I'm seeing for my own with my eyes is different from what you're seeing on the camera, yeah, because now we have a hardware there, but with my eyes I don't see the reflection of the light because we have an anti-glare screen here. So it helps you while you're using the laptop in outdoor environments whereby you have so much sunlight, and you might not want to get distracted with the sunlight reflections on your laptop, yeah. So many things have been said, and I think from the review I feel this is a laptop that you must have if you have to get one. Right now in my country, Kenya, is going for around 90,000. I don't know about you. 90,000 Kenyan shillings. I don't know about you where you are, but from the slight review, what I've seen with it, the processor, that which is the most important thing, its RAM capability that can go up to 32 GB of RAM. It can do so many things. The battery life is about 8 to 9 hours. That's okay. So the price tag is so much worth it, and if you're thinking of getting one, why don't you have this one? And it's not the best for you maybe yet, stick around, and I'll be uploading another video right on this account every Monday and Friday, just reviews of laptops, so that you can get to decide on which one to buy. And if you already have them, maybe you can compare, and leave your comment in the comment section. See what do you have, or what do you think about this HP ProBook for 40G8. See you next time on another one.